Yes, the people. Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's well. Big up everyone on this Friday night. Hope everyone's good. Now then, people, I've been Christmas shopping today. Big up everyone. It's been a good day. Been Christmas shopping. Got a few things done. And I've just been chilling then watching, I've been watching my little lad play on PlayStation and just doing a few other things. And I got sent, I've just noticed a message that I've been sent now regarding the Jimmy Newman video. I've not even noticed Jimmy Newman had put a video up. I've not spoken to Jimmy for a couple of days. So, check this one, people. Right, so as you can see there, I just had a message sent to me. Go watch this Jimmy Newman video, blah, blah. So I've got to watch a Jimmy Newman video now. Jimmy Newman, good friend of mine from this corner of YouTube, sponsored me for my Cuddle fight. Done a lot of, spoke to him quite, he's a good lad, is Jimmy Newman. I've never had a problem with him. Backed me even through, me and him backed each other through the JDP beef, even though we didn't need to back each other, but we did. That's a story for another day. But anyway, so I've just watched the Jimmy Newman video there, people, and I'm quite shocked and quite stunned by what Jimmy said. Now, this is the second or third. So I had a message sent to me last night or whatever, I can't remember what it was, but I posted the earlier video I posted this morning regarding Rach and all that sort of stuff, saying don't believe everything she says, she's a narcissist, this, that and the other. Now, as I said, I've sort of come on defending the Rach situation. I even said to JDP, messaged him behind the scenes, said, look, leave it out, but you know what I mean, you're antagonising a woman, this, that and the other. But then when you're seeing stuff like this and you're hearing other things and people are commenting on your videos and all sorts is being said on this Rach scenario now. And, Jimmy Newman now's come out, who, as I've just said, is a good mate, good friend of mine. And for him to say what he said, that Rach is messaging his wife behind the scenes saying, do you know this about your husband? And hang on a minute, Rach, right? And as I've just said, I've stuck up for Rach through the start of this. Even said to JDP, fuck it off, right? But when you've got this going on behind the scenes, yeah. Now, let's bear this in mind. When Rach would have messaged Jimmy's wife at the time, when Rach would have obviously messaged Jimmy's wife saying, oh, do you know about your husband and all this sort of stuff, then it makes you wonder, doesn't it? This woman's apparently going through this abusive relationship at this time. Her husband's treating her like absolute garbage. He's doing all this sort of stuff to her. Yet she's then trying to cause trouble for another family and put this guy in Jimmy Newman in the same situation as what she's in. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Now, anyone who's going through something like that would not pray and try to put that on someone else. That's just a fact. Now, it also makes you question, doesn't it, people? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying everything that Rachel said is a lie. But at the end of the day, it's a bit fishy, innit, how she's only just come out with this podcast now after JDP, and JDP's absolutely hammering them both with videos. She's only just coming out with this podcast, and as people are saying, this isn't what I'm saying, the sob story podcast. That's what people are calling it. It does. If anyone else was to do this, they'd rip them to shreds, and that's what people are telling me. I'm trying to stick up for these two in a way with Craig and Thingy, but people are saying to me, look, if this was anyone else on this corner of YouTube, they'd be ripping them to shreds. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that, even if someone had posted a podcast like that about some of the stuff what Rach said, Craig reacted to it, and maybe Rach and they'd probably laughed their heads off about it. But yeah, just as I say, people, for someone like Jimmy Newman to come out and say what he said, in my opinion, I think this whole Rach scenario is getting messy, even messier, because it really does make you wonder, doesn't it? Is this woman as bad as what people are trying to say she is behind the scenes? Because at the end of the day, people, she's coming online, she's antagonising Danny G's wife. She's said what she said about JDP's wife, Mrs. She's now apparently messaging Jimmy's wife behind the scenes. There's someone else who's saying she's done the same thing to me. And it just makes you think, doesn't it? Like, if she can do all this to these people and she's now crying, well, I'm not saying she's crying, but she's trying to go to the law and trying to get JDP's kids and JDP's missus looked into and all that sort of stuff. It's very, very sly, in my opinion. Like, very sly. And in my opinion, she's bringing a lot of heat to Hedgehogman here, because ever since Hedgehogman, now I know they've always been friends and all that sort of stuff, but ever since she split up with her husband, she's now always with Hedgehogman, which is, in my opinion, is bringing a lot of hate towards Hedgehogman and a lot of negativity towards Hedgehogman. Now, Hedgehogman's always done his thing. He's always reacted to people's videos, you know. He's always done what he's done. And yeah, he gets a bit of shit, gets this, he gets that. But this is next level for me, you know. This is a bit extreme, you know. Some of the stuff what's being said is quite messy. And as I say, yeah, she's come out and done her podcast, but it does really make you question people. You know, is this podcast just there for everyone to feel sorry for her and, you know, to side with her to try and get JDP in a load of shite and all that sort of stuff? But yeah, I'm quite confused by the whole situation, to be honest with you, because as I said, I've even messaged JDP, like I've said, people, you know, telling him to stop. But how can someone like me tell JDP to stop when there's 4 or 5 people all coming out saying, listen, she deserves everything she gets? And Jimmy Newman is a good guy. Jimmy Newman would not come on YouTube and say he's enjoying watching a woman sort of get bullied, because it's not bullying, but it sort of is if you look at it in a certain way. So for Jimmy Newman to come on and say, yeah, you know, he's happy to watch this happen and he's glad he's seeing what he's seeing, then for me it's a massive eye opener into why someone like Jimmy, because Jimmy wouldn't, like I said, Jimmy wouldn't just say that about anyone. You know, he's a good lad. So for him to be happy about a woman being antagonised by someone like JDP is very questionable in my opinion. And the fact that she has gone behind the scenes messaging Jimmy's wife saying, do you know about your husband? Do you know this? Do you know that? Is really bad as well. You know, you're meant to be going through this, you're meant to be going through a horrible relationship yourself, yet you're trying to ruin someone else's relationship. Really does not make sense to me. And to be honest with you, like I've just said, Hedgehogman seems to be getting a lot of heat, a lot of shit towards him ever since he's put his name so close to Rach and this stuff what happened with Chrissy. It'd have been better staying with Chrissy, in my opinion, because she didn't bring all this heat, she didn't bring all this hate, and she didn't also bring all this attention. But yeah, comment below what you think, people. As I say, I'm quite shocked at what Jimmy's just said, and Jimmy Newman won't lie, and Jimmy Newman also would not like seeing a woman get bullied the way Rach is. So for Jimmy to say that, it's definitely something to be looking into, people, because yeah, that Rach is definitely not all what she makes out to be, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But yeah, comment below, people. Big up absolutely everyone. I'm just about to eat some food and watch some football, because I've got a football bet on for tonight. It's a bit of a mixture. It's a foreigner, and then there's like one or two English games in there. But yeah, peace. Big up everyone on this Friday. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Peace.